And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go. And on the hill here today, number 80. Chris, a sub-3 ERA for him a year ago.
Well, when your numbers are coming in under 3 as a starting pitcher that's going out there every 4th or 5th day, taking the ball, competing against really good big league hitters, it's extremely impressive. And you wonder what he figured out last year that he can carry into this season that can help him to maintain that number or even drop it lower. We'll see, but we know he's got good stuff, and he should be really good in this one today.
In there at the knees, now 1-2.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup. Now the number 2 hitter, Alek Thomas. To the right side, Rafaela. Tosses to first, and a couple of quick outs. An outstanding hitter in Ketel Marte. Can't glove it cleanly. Still manages a throw. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Fielder got a piece of it, but the way that thing came off the bat, no surprise at all. He couldn't pick it cleanly. It's a very difficult play, and that swing definitely was deserving of a hit.
In the air, out towards left center. Hernandez snags it, and that is that. Back here with my pal Singy. And today's starting pitcher, Clayton Kershaw. Chris, he is a fun one to watch do his thing out there.
Well, he comes in carrying a career ERA under 3. He's been fantastic ever since he broke into the big leagues. Can't wait to watch him pitch today.
Mookie Betts will get us started. For Kershaw, the resume speaks for itself. 3 Cy Youngs, an MVP, and one of the best sliders the game has ever seen. That's in there. That's strike 1. The slider was not part of his arsenal when he debuted in 2008. He was a fastball, changeup, curveball guy. But in May of 2009 at Wrigley Field in a bullpen session, he decided to try a new pitch. Just missed. With A.J. Ellis as his catcher, Mike Borzello as the coach, he threw a couple of them. It was near perfect right away, and he started using the slider right from there in May of 2009. Kershaw deals. Just misses with that one.
Well, as a pitcher, when you make a big pitch down around the knees and don't get the call, it'll eat at you out there. So some handle it a little bit better than others. And right here, clearly letting the ump hear it a little bit.
That's a laser base hit. Around first, heading for 2. Betts around second, headed for 3rd.
Showed a lot of fight with 2 strikes in that AB. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. Swings through that one. 0-1.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
That's in there, and it's 0-2.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
Kershaw fires. Got him. Huge strikeout there.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Alex Bregman, the next to hit, takes ball 1. And a swing and a miss.
Big time jam right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
Swing and a miss. The 1-2. And that skips into dirt. Ground ball right side. Marte. The throw to first. There for the out. Runner scores from third.
So important to really lock in on an at-bat like this. It seems easy with the infield back, but you've got to make sure you put the ball in play. Put it on the ground, brought that run in.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. High fly ball out to center field. Thomas settles underneath it. That is the inning. And we're back. Now it's going to be Pavin Smith. Hard hit to third. Whips it across. One up, one down. Gabriel Moreno stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Check swing called strike. And it's 0-1. One out, bases empty. And now the count is even.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
And he deals. The other way, Freeman. He takes it on his own, and that quickly 2 away. So up next, Miguel Vargas. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. Next to hit for Arizona, Ivan Melendez. That one fouled off. And there's a ball. Vargas, the runner at first with 2 gone. And that drops in for a strike. Struck him out swinging. Slider got him for strike 3. Bottom half of inning number 2. And here's the veteran outfielder, Teoscar Hernandez. And that's fouled off. Kershaw, a former Gold Glove winner, he features a slider, a 4-seamer, a curve, a splitter, and he works in a sinker. Just off the outside edge. 1 ball, 1 strike. Time to check on our umpires. Earl Hendricks calling balls and strikes.
Yeah, well-liked umpire, Boog. Pretty consistent with his zone, so if you're familiar with him and how he works, you won't get too surprised by anything. Sometimes he'll give a little bit off the corner, but nothing too crazy at all.
Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
And that one is lifted in the air. Carroll makes the play, and there's 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. Here's the veteran first baseman, Freddie Freeman. Swings through that one.
Now, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit, and that keeps the inning going. So digging in, Ceddanne Rafaela went deep in the ball game last night. And he chases a high fastball there. In the dirt. The 1-2. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Thomas gets under it and makes the grab. And that is that. On to the third inning, and the batter will be the shortstop, Jordan Lawler. Sliced hard but foul. Next offering is in for a strike.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, he had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. That one just misses.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
That's down and in. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Pages settles under it. Brings it in. And there's one down. So back to the top of the Arizona lineup. Jake McCarthy, the next to hit. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Fouled off left side.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never does, and you're tied up.
One down, base is empty. On the ground, Freeman steps on first for the out. So two down now, and here is Alek Thomas. And first offering is fouled off.
With two out and nobody on, you want to go right after this guy. He's the number 2 hitter, which means if he gets on, you've got some thunder coming up behind him.
That's off the mark, and it's 1-1. There's a swing and a drive. And that one hops the wall. And he's got a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Put a really nice balanced swing on it, and when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box, and he'll feel real good about that one.
Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
Well, the offense really struggled last night. I mean, it was awful. So I think picking up a run right here, that's going to get him going a little bit.
Pages makes the grab, and that'll do it. One left for the. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. Kershaw back to work. Pulls that one foul. This one smoked, could be trouble. Around first and hustling for second. And he starts the bottom of the third with a double.
Everything came together for him. Great hands on that swing to take the inside pitch and drive it into the gap for the double. It's easy to spin off a pitch like that, Big, and you can pull that thing foul, but that was perfect.
So the batting order turns over. Here's Mookie now. He started the bottom of the first with a triple and later scored. Strike one. Swing and a miss. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Quick 3-pitch strikeout, and you look at the sequence. The plan was clearly to work him inside. Didn't want to let him get his arms extended, make him a little bit uncomfortable in there, and he ended up overmatching him in the process. That's one you have to take note of as a hitter for next time you come to the plate.
Ohtani stands in now and watches strike one. There's a swing and a miss.
Two pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
Strike three, and that's 2 in a row. So back-to-back strikeouts now, and they still haven't managed to do anything with the leadoff double.
Yeah, Boog, and you just don't want to get careless here. You've done a really good job to get 2 outs after that leadoff double, as you mentioned. And just got to execute your pitches, and it's a non-issue.
Here's a rocket out to left. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. On to the 4th. Now it's the right fielder, Corbin Carroll. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Carroll, 25 years old, and he's a former Rookie of the Year. Right through there for a strike. And 1-2.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
And delivers outside.
This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
Two. Stays alive. Lined, and that's a base hit. He forced a lot of pitches to be thrown and ends up collecting a hit.
Well, he really had to battle for that one. Man, that was so fun to watch. Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Bounding ball here, rolls foul.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
In the air, left field, down the line. Hernandez tracks it down for the out. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Gabriel Moreno. And that one pulled foul.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
Just missed. Carroll stands at first with 1 out. Here's a 1-2. Way high. And now it's filled up.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Tying run is at first. Top half of inning number 4. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Squeezes it. Runner tags at second, and he moves up a base. So 2 away with runners at the corners. Now up next for Arizona, Ivan Melendez. Up the middle. Dives, but it's off his glove. Gets it there in time, though, and they get it out of the play. So they strand a pair to the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Dodgers 1 and the Diamondbacks nothing. Back here in L.A., John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, Will Smith. Fouled off down the right side.
Well, they gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
In the air out towards right center. Thomas sizing this one up. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
This guy's usually not one to chase pitches off the plate, but he did there. We'll see if he can tighten up his zone a little bit.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it. Struck him out looking.
Well, you could tell he wasn't expecting that ball to break back in on him. He may have been looking for something away, maybe something soft, but that slider on the inside corner absolutely froze him.
Foul ball there. And it's fouled away. 2 outs, base is empty. That misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
Hit in the air, right field. He makes the grab, and that'll do it. And that misses. Ball 1.
Well, these Diamondbacks, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
So those first pitch numbers tell me they should try to find a way to slow this game down a bit. Things have been moving just too quickly for them at times.
Got him looking. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Boog, he was shopping at the buckle right there, the way that slider made him look. That was just nasty.
So the lineup flips over. Jake McCarthy stands in now for the Diamondbacks. And that one's a little bit low. And that is ball 1. Bunting for a hit. Picks it up with the bare hand, and he beats it. He's safe. 1 gone, runner at first. Alec Thomas stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Breaking ball misses down and away.
This is a great dynamic right here. Speedy runner at first, thinking about taking second.
Rafaela, off balance feed. There's one to first, not in time. Great effort there.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Marte up to the plate for the 3rd time as he looks at 1 down low. And it finds its way through for a hit. And now 1st and 2nd with 2 outs.
I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
And that one fouled off.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
That's a little bit low.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Good job to fight that one off. 1st and 2nd, 2 down. And we're at the top of the 5th. Back to the mound. It hit him. No chance for a play. And let's hope the righty's not hurt on the mound. The comebacker got him down low, and you can really see him favoring the leg. That's his plant leg, which might be a concern, Chris.
Yeah, you hope he's got some feeling in that leg so he can land on it, like you said. But from the way he's acting out there, I think it looks like he's going to be okay and try to continue, Boog.
Next up for the Diamondbacks, Pavin Smith. 0 for 2 in this one. Now a screamer into the outfield. Drops into the glove, and that's the third out. Diamondbacks leave them loaded, still behind by a count. Back here at Dodger Stadium, bottom of the inning, there's Freddie Freeman now. And that is out of play. And the 0-1. That one's upstairs, ball 1. Swings and misses. Now he's in a 1-2 hole. Freeman hits it in the air. McCarthy settles under it. Hauls it in, and there's one away. And up next for Los Angeles, Ceddanne Rafaela. And that's in for a strike. 0-1.
It's just been an impressive outing so far. Continues to pound the zone pitch after pitch, and he's been able to stay down. That's what's been key.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider. This one high in the air to left center. Thomas flashes the leather on the run and catch.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Call takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. Line drive. McCarthy right there to make the grab. And that. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. New pitcher for the Dodgers, Roki Sasaki.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
That one finds the zone. It's 0-1. And that's downstairs and outside.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Vargas in the box again, takes a strike. Just missed.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Bases empty, one away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your bullpen arm when you roll them out there to start a new inning, hold on to a small lead. Just such a stabilizing effect. And not only get the first 2 hitters, but to strike them out. That gives everyone on defense a big boost of confidence.
Nice grab. Over to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
That was a great job of doing the math. He had the perfect angle. Diving stop completes the play, and that ends the inning.
And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the shortstop, Mookie Betts. Kershaw back to work. Off the plate inside, and it's 1-0. And that one is in for a strike. Activity in the Arizona bullpen. John Curtis getting loose out there. Nelson, the lefty, warming up as well. Next offering is in the dirt. And downstairs.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So it's a good take by him.
See ya. Strikes him out for the second time today. Here's Shohei Ohtani. And he swings over the top there.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. And they have their first hit since the third inning.
He kind of rolled over.
Here's a new pitcher from the pen, John Curtis. He last pitched 2 days ago. And now it's Alex Bregman. Shohei on the go. And that one fouled off. This one in the air, center field. Thomas sizes this one up and puts the squeeze on that one. And there's 2 down. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Will Smith. Shohei on the go. Hit in the air, center field. Nabs it, and the inning is over. So the Dodgers lead. Back here at Chavez Ravine, we go to the top of the 7th. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Jordan Lawler. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Pajes under it. And out number 1 on the grab. Here's the left fielder, Jake McCarthy. And a foul ball. Sasaki measures 6 feet 2 inches, 24 years old, and he was born in Japan. Looking to get the tying run on base. Ball 1 there. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And down on strikes he goes. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Alek Thomas stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. That one the other way. Bregman to first. Out number 3. Down quickly. They're down 1-0. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touchdown for a hit. Now he'll turn for second. And 1 pitch into the inning. It's a leadoff double.
Waste no time there. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Andy Pajes. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. This to third, and that's a foul ball. Into center and a base hit. Hernandez headed for the plate. He'll score easily, and it's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Got the job done to put him up by 2. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
So now it's Freddie. Freeman. He is singled, and he is flied to left.
If he were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
Now he steps out as time is granted. Swings and blasts one deep to left center, and no one can get there. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score.
Big at bat to pad their lead up to 3. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move. Kyle Nelson takes over on the mound.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Here's the second baseman, Ceydan Rafaela.
Number 25, Tommy.
Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
You know, these Dodgers, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. We've already seen 8 line drives from them, and it's always a good sign when the ball is jumping off your bat, and that's what this offense has been doing so far today.
And that one popped in the air, left field. 1 away. Alex Call now at the plate. 1 for 2. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. And that's outside. Puts it in the air out towards left center. McCarthy sizing this one up. 2 away. Here's Mookie Betts now. 1 for 3. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Diamondbacks nothing. Max Muncy getting loose there. He's now in the game at first.
Max Muncy.
Ketel Marte up to the plate. In the air, left field. Hernandez makes the play, and there's 1 down. This is Corbin Carroll. And that's off the outside edge. And that's ball one.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the ninth with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
Next pitch is outside. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top of the 8th. And that's through there for a strike. And the count's even at 2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. One down, base is empty. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And there's a ball. Out to short. Tosses to first. He made the pitcher earn that out after a long at bat.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
Liner, base hit. And that extends the inning. And here's the catcher, Gabriel Moreno. First pitch, and he just misses. Fastball for a strike. Smith off of first with 2 away. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. On the outside corner, got him looking. So 1 hit is all they get. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Justin Martinez.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And now the DH, Shohei Ohtani. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. Martinez, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
The Diamondbacks with some movement in the pen. Number 27 up and throwing for manager Torey Lovullo. Puck, the power lefty, up as well.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that, somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by pitch, a walk, something bad happens, because outside of that, stuff is just too good to fail.
Next offering way off the plate.
And he's got deception in his delivery, and it's not that he's trying to deceive the hitters. He just has this natural flow that makes it hard for hitters to pick the ball up. It gets on them a little bit quicker than they anticipate, even though they know what the velocity numbers are.
3-2 now. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
When you go that deep into it at bat, the hitter usually comes out on top.
Now it's Alex Bregman. And a little something extra at stake in this at bat as he's hitless so far with his hitting streak in jeopardy. Shohei on the go. Ball outside. Throw to second. Not in time. He's there easily. And that is cut on and missed. And that's strike one.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Way upstairs, and it's 2-1. Runner at second, nobody out. Swing and a miss. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. And they'll do it again. Line drive, base hit. Here's Ohtani flying around third. Safe, and they lead by 4. Not sure if too many people have been paying attention to it quite yet, Singy, but that extends his hit streak to 11 now.
Well, I know he knows about it, even if a lot of our viewers don't. And this is when it's clear it's no fluke. 11 games in a row. Man, that's when even the hitting coach starts to leave you alone. You're going so good that nobody wants to mess it up.
Smith now at the plate as he swings through strike one. One on, nobody out, a run in here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Foul ball. On the ground, could be two. Flips it, one at second. Relay to first, double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
2 outs, base is empty. Teoscar Hernandez getting ready to hit. Up and in, and that's ball one. Swing and a miss, strike one. High fly ball down the left field line. Ranging back. Pulls it in on the warning track. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. Last chance coming up for the D-backs. And we're back. Here's the third baseman, Miguel Vargas. Sasaki back to work. Outside, ball one. And that's hammered into right field, and that's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. So up next, Ivan Melendez. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. And that one upstairs, ball one. Right through there for a strike.
That split is a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand, looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
That one missed. Vargas gets his lead at first with nobody out. Swing and a miss at a slider. Now he breaks his back. To Betts at second for one. Over to first, double play. Diamondbacks down to their final out. Jordan Lawler stands in now for the Diamondbacks. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. They're down to their final strike.
Ahead 0-2 in the count. Sure, you've got 4 pitches you can work with.
Oh, this is deep to left center. Way back there. On its way. Gone. His first homer in the majors, and they're going to have to send somebody to get that ball for him.
Always such a special moment. You know this is one of the biggest thrills of his life. He's got to be floating around the bases right now.
Yeah, he'll remember every detail of that at bat for years, as he should. It's a true once-in-a-lifetime event.
Now, Boog, there's so many times when a young player might wonder if he's ever even going to get to the big leagues and do something like this. Well, he doesn't have to wonder anymore. He got on plane with that high fastball, and look how his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Absolutely crushed that pitch.
So 2 down. Now the left fielder, Jake McCarthy. And there's a strike. Way out front for strike 2. The Diamondbacks down to their final strike. Battling here as he fouls it away. Rolled over to third. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Dodgers take the first 2 games of this series.
After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that you're on a roll, and that's the momentum that just takes on a life of its own. Players start hitting up and down the lineup. You never know who's going to come up with the big hit, who's going to come out of the bullpen and get the big outs, but it's a good feeling, and you want to extend it.
4-1 the final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.